Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this November the 6th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody had a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody can stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, cut the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Rafael. Hurricane Rafael. Located just on the tip of Cuba, the center of rotation, moving into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see southern Florida. Here's the Florida Keys. Already getting in a little bit of tropical storm conditions in that region. Alrighty, let's move on down to the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Alright, here's the current warnings here. As you can see, we have hurricane warnings in the. You can see we have hurricane warnings here in the red along Cuba coast, also down toward the Cayman Islands. Also, we have blue tropical storm force winds reported to Cuba. Also up here around the Bahamas, you can see the yellow area. That's tropical storm force wind. You can see the hurricane force winds barely a little bit around the X there. That's the hurricane force winds, and the track has shifted as came over into the western Gulf, just like the computer model last night. Most models last night had it moving into Louisiana and up toward Mississippi. There was two of them that took it to the left, and pretty much those computer models nailed it right on the head there. So pretty much just, you see this big circle I'm circling here. You can see this is where it's going to meander for a few days. There's a path it can still go to the north, it could go back to the southwest, go back to the west. So there's still many factors the system can move, but as you can see, it remains a hurricane at least through 1 p.m. Saturday. Then Sunday and Monday remain a tropical storm, like I said, just in the central Gulf of Mexico. Alright, if you're tracking the system at home, we're located near latitude 23.2 north, longitude 83.2 west. Maximum sustained winds are at 105 miles an hour. Also, maximum and movement is to the northwest at 13 miles an hour. Right now, classified as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. Alright, let's move on to the let's see if we can get to the computer model runs here. Alright, spaghetti models here. You can see here's the current position of the storm. There it is moving to the west. You can see several models takes it down back in toward the Yucatan Peninsula region here, down the southwestern and the southern Gulf. Also some kind of meanders around here, and then a couple of them will take it off into Louisiana, back up into the southeastern United States. So right now it's anywhere, any fair game this thing can play. So we're just going to wait and see what happens with this. Alright, let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system. Alright, you can see we got about 100 knot winds equal to 105 miles an hour. Category 3, it was up to almost a category 3 hurricane. Should drop back there to a 2 and then kind of drop down into a tropical storm. Most of the model keeps it a strong tropical storm. That's why the National Hurricane Center has got it at a tropical storm. It did reach category 3, like I've been saying, before it made landfall in Cuba. So it did make a category 3 status with winds of 111 miles an hour or greater. That is a category 3. So it did make category 3 status, just like I've been saying. And now we're just going to watch it and see how it's going to meander around in the Gulf of Mexico for the next few days. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here is Hurricane Rafael moving into the southern Gulf. System here has a 20% chance of development over the next 48 hours. Also, we have this little area here with the next 7 days, which is a 30% chance of development just north of the Puerto Rico to the Dominican Republic. northeast Cuba, also around the southern Bahamas. That's where that system has a chance of maybe becoming something tropical later on down the road. Alright, let's turn the advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright. Okay, you can see we got some special weather statements up here in portions of Connecticut, Boston area, down towards the Vermont area as well. Also, we have a flood watch with flash flood warnings in effect for South Carolina and Georgia, and also portion of North Florida, hydro issues over northeast Florida. We have some coastal flood advisory on southern Louisiana, river flood warnings over Missouri and Arkansas and portion of Oklahoma. Winter weather advisory, winter storm warning stretching from up here in Nebraska to Kansas to Colorado down into New Mexico. Also, we have some freeze warnings over areas of Arizona, also into portion of California. We have some high wind warning, wind advisories, also high wind warnings, also in effect for California as well. We have some small craft advisories for portion of Oregon and Northwest California, and then again from portion of Maine all the way down to the Long Island region of New York, then from the South Carolina coast to areas of the east coast of Florida and the west coast of Florida as well. We see hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings in effect in the Gulf of Mexico and around Cuba. Alright, small craft advisory around the Hawaiian Chain Island. Northern portion of Alaska has some freeze and spray warnings and storm warnings and small craft advisories there as well. Alright, we're going to jump to day number 3 for severe weather outlook, because as you can see we got general thunderstorms up here around Richmond, Virginia to New Orleans, all the way to Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston down toward Fort Myers, then again Corpus Christi to Albuquerque to Garden City to Wichita, Kansas. Then we have a marginal risk down here from Fort Stockton to San Antonio to Austin to Waco to Abilene, and then from Midlands, Texas and south, including Odessa, St. Angelo, Del Rio, and Eagles Pass. Slight risk for severe weather in that region. Also, well, this is day 2. Excuse me, I jumped. But anyway, here's day 2. This is your Thursday forecast. You can see 2% chance of tornadoes in the Texas area, damaging winds in that vicinity as well, and also some large hail as well. We have a 5 and 15% over Texas. Now let's move on to day number 3. Getting ahead of myself there. Well, let's take a look at day number 3. Alright, you can see we still got a marginal risk down here in Texas, from Abilene to Waco to Austin to San Antonio to Dallas. General thunderstorm from Shreveport to New Orleans, all the way to Fort Stockton, Midland, Lubbock, Amarillo, all the way up to Wichita, Kansas, for general thunderstorms in your vicinity. And let's take a look at the probability, 5% in the brown. Alright, and finally, take a look at the Columbia, South Carolina weather radar. Alright, you can see we got a lot of heavy precipitation over portions from Aiken to Barnwell to Orangeburg to Columbia to Sumter to Camden, also to Lancaster to east of Newberry, also again from Spartanburg to Greenville, Anderson back in the northeast Georgia, also over here around Valdosta, Statesboro, Georgia, also toward Columbia, Georgia as well. You're included. And these green boxes are flash flood warnings stretching from Aiken to Orangeburg to south of Columbia. If the continuation of heavy precipitation, would not be surprised to see more flash flood warnings issued further north from Columbia to Camden, maybe to Sumter, over towards just Fairfield County. Could be some more flash flood warnings in that region. So, alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. Also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. We'll catch you back in the next one. So take care and have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take